Hello everybody, welcome back to Simply Intuitive Tarot. My name is Brantley and this is going to be a general love reading for the sign of Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. It's a general reading so the message might not resonate with everyone, and that's okay, just take what fits and leave the rest at the door. If you do find that the message resonates, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button and leave a comment below. Comments help us connect with your energies on all future readings. And if your sun sign is Sagittarius, make sure to look on the channel for any corresponding videos that we post for your moon, rising, or Venus signs. That way you get the entire message that the spirits have for you. If you'd ever like to set up a private reading with either myself or with AJ, who does the pulse checks on the channel, you can definitely do that. And we have all of the information you need in the description box below. If you'd ever like to donate to the channel, we also have a link to our Cash App in the description box. Donations are always appreciated. They help us grow as a channel and make it possible for us to provide content to you. And if you're in the mood for a spicier spiritual experience, please check out my OnlyFans channel, Explicitly Enlightened, which we have linked in the description box as well. Okay, introductions are out of the way, so let's go ahead and jump right into this reading. Want to get an overall energy here. So angel, spirit guides, and ancestors, what messages do we have for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in love? Messages for Sagittarius in love. We can't be all things. Your ass needs some help, so ask for it. Make it happen. Just fucking say it. Resentment kills the magic. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what the hell you're talking about, but you still love them and they still love you. All right. So there's two things happening here. There's a little bit of your partner and there's a little bit of you in this energy here. So somebody, you, I'm getting Sagittarius, definitely feels like you are taking on the brunt of the dirty work in this relationship. You feel like you're trying to do it all. This could be cleaning the house and taking care of the kids. If you have kids, take that as it fits. Taking care of the bills, doing it all. But you can't be everything. So ask for help. Don't be afraid to go to your partner and be like, you know what, I can't do all of this. Can you take some of the load here? Because you're going to burn yourself out if you try to do too much. If you try to take on all the responsibility, it's going to weigh you down. Now here's where we get into the split energy here. So on one side of this, there's somebody who just needs to fucking say what's on your mind. And this is you, Sagittarius. You are trying to do everything. You're trying to be everything, and it's causing resentment. And you need to tell the other person that you need help. You need to ask for help, because the longer that you keep that inside and you just keep trying to do everything, you're going to end up resentful. Here's the other side of this. Somebody's talking too damn much and they don't know what the hell they're talking about, but you still love this person and they still love you. This isn't a situation where there's a lack of love. It's the fact that there's somebody here who talks a lot. Somebody who thinks that they're right, but they aren't right. And that needs to be addressed as well. So there's a couple of things going on here. You're trying to do everything in this relationship, and that's causing resentment because you don't want to talk to the other person. You don't want to tell the other person. But at the same time, this is that kind of person who thinks that they're always right. They're not right. They're not always right. Nobody is always right 100% of the time. But when it comes to you, they really feel like they're always right. And this could be why you have a little bit of a hard time saying it to them. Maybe you don't want to speak up because, you know, this person always feels like they're right. They're more interested in what they have to say than what the other person has to say, kind of thing. But the longer you go without saying what's on your mind and talking about how much you're getting fed up with having to do everything, you're going to get very resentful, and that's going to end up being a big problem. Let's clarify this a little bit further. Angels, spirit guides, and ancestors, what messages in love do we have for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs? Messages for Sagittarius in love. What messages in love do we have for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs? Queen of Wands in the reverse. You fear not being in control, which is also why you tried to do everything. So you are somebody who fears... Let me think of the best way to say this. Excuse me. You're trying to do everything because it stems from a fear of being out of control. This comes from control. You want to be in control of your life. You want to be in control of your home and things like that. And so you tend to take on all these responsibilities. So that's on you a little bit there. But it's starting to get to be too much. You're trying to do everything. You're trying to be everything. And it's starting to make you feel resentful. Angels, spirit guides, and ancestors, what other messages do we have for Sagittarius in love? Ten of Swords. Somebody in this situation has been hurt a lot in the past. Possibly even you, Sagittarius. You have endured a lot of pain. You've come through that pain, and you're still standing, but the damage has been done to you. New days have dawned, but you don't forget the things that have happened to you in the past when it comes to matters of the heart. So it's why you're so trying to control everything, because if you're in control of everything and you're running the ship, you're not going to crash into an iceberg. The ship is not going to sink. You're not going to get hurt if you can control it. At least that's what you are thinking. But again, it's causing you to take on too much. You're trying to take on too much responsibility here. It's going to end up making you feel resentful. But it stems from pain. You're trying to control everything so you don't get hurt again, is really what it boils down to. Nine of Wands in the reverse. So when it comes to trying to bring this situation up to the person that you're with, you almost feel like it's a losing battle. It's almost like an insurmountable task. There's almost like, what's the point? What's the fucking point, right? It's that idea that I need to say something to this person, but what's the point? Why would I waste my time? This is something that I'm not going to be overcome. They don't want to hear me anyway. They always feel like they're right. I'm wrong, they're right. I'm not gonna get through to this person. King of Swords in the reverse energy, somebody who's very controlling, very bitter. It's almost like there's two controlling energies in this relationship, but for two completely different reasons. You've got the Queen of Wands in the reverse here, and this is someone who's trying to control everything, but it stems from pain in the past. The King of Swords in the reverse here is the other side of the thing. This is somebody who is a little bit sharp-tongued, somebody who talks down on another person, always feels like they're right. They are the king of the castle. They are right, you are wrong. And that's why you feel like it's an insurmountable task to try to talk to them about this person. You love this person, and this person may love you, but at the end of the day, there's definitely some things that need to be laid out on the table here. Just the way that these cards are laid out on the table here. Things need to be said. You need to talk about how you are feeling about things. You took on a lot because you wanted to take on a lot, but now it's become too much for you. It's become too much for you, and you need help. But the problem is that the person that you're with, Sagittarius, they don't want to hear it. You're complaining, and that's how they look at it anyway. They don't want to hear this. You're just going on and on and on, and you don't know what the hell you're talking about, you know? That's how they feel. But there is a need to restore balance here with Temperance card. There's a need to restore some balance in this situation. You know, they need to get out of this mindset that they are the king of this castle, that they are the word and the only word. Their spoken word is law. They are that, and it's not true. They're not always right. Same way that you don't always have to be controlling and doing everything in the house. You're controlling things in a way of you're making sure that everything gets done. It comes from a really good place. You're just trying to ensure that the ship runs smoothly. But the reason that you're doing that is because of some pain from the past. You've healed from the pain. You've been able to move forward, but you don't want that to happen again. Over here, why does this person feel so cold and domineering and feel like they're always right? Angel, spirit guides, and ancestors, what messages do we have there? Three of Wands. King of Pentacles in the reverse. 10 of Wands. So this is somebody who looks like they're struggling right now. There might be some things that they haven't told you. These may not be things that you realize are going on, but there's a few things going on here. So they feel like they feel buried under their own weight. With the 10 of Wands in the reverse here and the King of Pentacles in the reverse, there's some financial pressures that they're feeling. There's some debt that they're dealing with. So it's coming out. It's making them come across angry, cold. This might not be something that you know about. So I would definitely bring that up in conversation as well. You need to talk. That's fucking say it. Talk about things that are bothering you, because resentment is going to kill the magic. But it looks like it's like they're waiting for their ship to come in. There's obviously some kind of pressure on this person financially, and they feel like I feel like they're under a mountain of debt. And they're excuse me, and they're just waiting for their ship to come in. They're waiting for that big break. And that's why they're kind of in the energy that they're in. And that comes across when it comes to you, that they always feel like when they talk that they're right and you're wrong. They are trying to find some way to control their situation. And I feel like they're using the opportunity within the home to put off this picture that they're in control, that, you know, that what they say is law. When in reality, they're dealing with some stuff. There's some financial obligations that they're having trouble meeting. The money's not there. They are buried under some sort of a mountain here, and they're just waiting for something to happen, waiting for that ship to come in that's going to fix all of this. So there definitely needs to be some conversation here, because it looks like you're trying to handle everything, and the reality is that things are falling apart. As much as you're trying to handle everything, things are falling apart because there's two sides. You know, you're trying to make sure that everything's done, but you're starting to get resentful because you're trying to control everything, and this other person is just, he's cold. He or she they are cold. They're cold, and they are not wanting to listen to what you have to say. It's because they're trying to fake it till they make it. Right? You know, they're trying to make it seem like they're in control, but it just makes them come across cold and honestly like a fucking asshole. But that's because they're dealing with some debt here. They're getting buried, which in turn is going to ultimately end up becoming a bigger problem if things are not talked about. So I would also bring this up in a conversation. Really try to see what's going on financially. If you don't live together, you know, they may not want to talk to you about this, but if you are a couple that lives together, this is definitely something that you're going to want to discuss, because it's going to affect the household. So just keep that in mind. But that's all I've got for you, Sagittarius. I hope the message resonates and helps you in some way. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and leave a comment below. And until next time, rest well.